Hello YouTube, and welcome to another edition of The Casual Word. I'm your host Langley, and this is your Positive Pivot. Today's reading is going to come from a book entitled Jonathan Livingston Seagull, and this is by Richard Bach. This book here, and this book is actually about the life of a seagull and his journey, but I found it to be extremely profound as it pertained to the human condition. This story chronicles his adventures as he was ostracized from his flock for wanting to be different, and not that he wanted to be anything but a seagull, but that he wanted to be the best flying seagull, aerial acrobatics, speed, all the things that most seagulls are not known for, nor in the story do they have a desire to be. And so in this story, he meets an elderly seagull who had been around for a very, very long time, and he begins to teach him how to fly and how to do some things that seagulls had never been taught before. And he also tries to give him life lessons, about the way to think and the way to approach things. And so the paragraph that I'm going to read is one of the lessons that he was trying to give young Mr. Seagull here. And it reads, "You will begin to touch heaven, Jonathan, in the moment that you touch perfect speed. And that isn't flying 1,000 miles an hour, or 1,000,000, or flying at the speed of light, because any number is a limit, and perfection doesn't have limits. Perfect speed, my son, is being there." What I took away from that part of the book was that perfection isn't in flawless ability, it's not in flawless action, but it's in the flawless thought of the mind, in flawless thinking. And so what he's trying to have him do is be the absolute greatest expression of himself that he possibly could. And in that moment, he had reached perfection. And in that moment, he had arrived at the greatest moment and greatest ability that he could have. And so today, I just want to give you all encouragement that we must do the same thing. We must reach the fullest expression of the goodness of human condition and of ourselves, and that we have to continue to evolve our thinking, and that your greatness doesn't come from your ability or from what you do. It comes from being. It comes from being who you are in that greatest and fullest expression of yourself. And that's where greatness comes from. So we have to continue to elevate our way of thinking so that we remove hatred and anger and bitterness. And so those people who have wronged you, those people who have done things to you, you have to remove those things from your heart so that you can replace that with love, and then you can share that love. And when you share that love in abundance, people absorb it, and then they begin to share that love. And so that's what we have to do, is to get to a place where we can truly love unconditionally and truly forgive and let go of wrongdoings and be able to move forward in a positive manner so that we can continue to help and serve and do all that we can for everyone that we can. I know that you guys hear me say that a lot, but that is something that's really dear to my heart, that we really need to get to a place where we can truly help and truly be that greatest expression of love and the goodness of human condition. So I just want to encourage everybody, if you're dealing with something, if you're dealing with unforgiveness, do your best, pray about that, to get that off your heart, because that's not for the other person, that's for you. So you can remove that burden from your heart and your soul, and that you may be better for it, and that you may be able to do more in your walk and do more in your community. So that's your positive pivot for today. Stay encouraged, stay uplifted. I'm your host Langley. Until next time, stay blessed.